What's going on, moviegoers? Anthony here, and welcome to another episode of Marchio Reviews. Now, on today's episode, I will be reviewing Child's Play. Yes, not the original, but the 2019 remake. I don't even know where to begin with this movie because, luckily, I didn't see it at the theaters, which was a great thing. I saw it on video on demand. Actually, no, I take that back. I actually saw it on one of the movie channels that were for free over the weekend. And let me just say that, oh, what catastrophe this movie was. Nothing was scary. Nothing made any sense. And it was just creepy in a weird way because Chucky didn't look like Chucky. This movie tells a story about a young boy who is kind of, cast out of society and has some problems at home and in school, so to speak. And his mother, played by Aubrey Plaza, gives him a doll called the Buddy doll. And I'll get to that whole thing later on about the Buddy doll. But basically, the doll is a animatronic robot doll who is coordinated in beating your friend. And it's just weird. The face is, I don't even know where to begin. It's just creepy. The face is too big for its body. Let's just put it that way. The face is too big for its body. And the actor behind the voice of Chucky is none other than Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill. Yes, Mark Hamill does the voice of Chucky in the 2019 remake. He's a little different than Brad Dourif from the original. More so, Mark Hamill is laid back. He's more friendly in a way. And he doesn't do much, cursing, so to speak, at all in this movie, which is very different and takes, than you are hearing the original Chucky curse a lot by saying, a lot of F words and bitch and shit, and it's just interesting. This movie falls so flat on its face, it's unbelievable. They did combine the first original two movies together in this because the ending does take place in the warehouse in the end with all the other so-called buddy dolls that the Caslin Corporation evidently created. I don't know. This movie wasn't for me. I was sitting there laughing half the time because it's more so of a comedy than it is a horror movie. It's nowhere near a horror movie at all. This movie didn't grab my attention, and it was just, interesting. There are some scenes where Chucky does act creepy in a way. There is a scene where he is standing in the corner and the light is illuminated on him, and Andy's in his bed sleeping, and then Andy hears a noise, he looks up, and then Chucky is standing in the corner right there. That was the only part of everything that was creepy, and that was it. There are no interesting kills in this movie at all. It's overdone in a way, and just seeing the CGI look of Chucky's face and seeing how certain moments where the mouth doesn't move with Mark Hamill's words was really, really bad. Now, I did mention earlier, a little bit ago, that it was based on Buddy. Now, back in the day, there was a doll called My Buddy. I had one. It was my best friend, when I was little. My mother bought it for me for my birthday when I was young, and I took that thing everywhere. I didn't let it go out of my sight. Now, once the original Child's Play movie came out, I didn't want to do anything with that thing. I found it creepy. I thought it was going to come to life and kill me, but hey, what traumatic experience does a child like that have, especially when you see a movie like that when you're only 5 or 6 years old? Granted, I believe I saw the movie on my own. It was on. I was like, oh, it's a My Buddy movie, not thinking about what it could be or what it would do. Now, people are saying Chucky wasn't based off of My Buddy, but it was based off of the Cabbage Patch Dolls. It's a total lie. Chucky was definitely based off the My Buddy doll. I mean, come on. Look at the outfit comparison. The suspenders, the color, sometimes the face. It's just interesting and weird, and it's I'm pretty sure I probably would have had My Buddy still to this day if I didn't have any weird experiences with the movie, the original movie, and this new movie that came out. But this new movie was interesting and weird, so to speak. The original is much more scarier. The original is much more of a horror classic movie. And Chucky in the original is more known for being a horror icon from the 80s and 90s. This new Chucky is just stupid. It's annoying just because someone hacked this doll remotely and made it started doing weird bad things and started picking up on things, and because it watches TV at one point and it picks up on something and it tries to kill someone. That didn't work at all. Like I said, I laughed mostly throughout this movie and it was so overdone, and I'm very happy I didn't see it at the theaters. I would give the Child's Play remake a 1 out of 5 stars. Now the reason I give it a 1 is because there are some entertaining factors to it. The only thing is that Mark Hamill did the voice of Chucky, which is the only good thing about the movie. Everything else is just a dire, horrible situation that this movie should never have been made and should have been saved money for the studio who made it. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did you find it scary? Did you find it overdone? And what did you think of Chucky and how he played a role in this movie compared to the original? Of course, the original is a classic. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Child's Play 2019. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Would you give it a 1 out of 5 stars like I did? Or would you give it a 0, or would you give it more stars? If you do give it more stars, I would like to know why, because I'm very curious to see your interpretation of this horror remake. Alright everyone, that does it for today's episode of Marchio Reviews. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.